Welcome to my channel. I'm Kokwana Elta. I hope everyone is fine and staying at home at this critical moment. Today I'm joined by some fellow friends from South Africa because I intend to talk about the so much concern that we have in South Africa. Mrs. Ngobeni Ndlovu, Frida, are you there, my friend?
I'm around. Thank you.
Thank you for joining. And Mr. Melvin Masinga from Akonuk. Are you there, Melvin?
I'm here.
Thank you. Thank you for joining. And then lastly, we have got Dr. Professor Shijekana Mhlanga. Are you there? Kokwana Shijeka.
Yeah, thank you and welcome.
Before we carry on, I just want to thank our government back home for their hard work. I know it's really hard to work with this situation. And so many people putting so much effort to make awareness, comedians, artists, bafundisi, pastors, everybody, and even myself here, I'm just trying to make you aware of the situation. So I hope everybody can get it. But however, having said that, we still have vansintleve. Vansintleve are people that cannot listen. I understand they say every home or every house has a cripple. But hey, shigono at this moment, we really don't need them. We have got Thomas who want to see the reality before they could believe. So, what is it like at home there, Mrs. Ngobeni, in South Africa? Because so many diasporians here are concerned that they feel our people are not complying. Or, I don't know, maybe the media is exaggerating as well. So I thought maybe if we speak to people that are at home, maybe we can hear something genuine.
Thank you very much, my friend. I think what you are hearing is correct. Here in South Africa, especially where I am, people are not complying.
Where are you, Mrs. Ngobeni? Sorry, are you in Limpopo?
I'm in Limpopo,
Okay.
South Africa, Limpopo. It's a different province with the ones where my colleagues are. Really, people don't believe that there's coronavirus and it's there. It exists. People are dying. People are getting infected on a daily basis. Can you still hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, yes. People are getting infected on a daily basis.
Ish.
So we are on lockdown down now. But when you go out, you'll find people walking and they are not following the social distancing that we said we should follow. People are still having gatherings. People are still going to funerals.
Oh my
Although
God.
they said at the funeral there should be not more than 50, but people are still flocking there. So it's such a mess. It's difficult. But when you go to town, that's in the suburbs, it's better. But in the townships and in the villages, people are not complying at all.
I've seen one of those videos where people were just drinking. It was like in District 6, where there are shacks, the Lamkukwin, and people were saying they don't care. They really want to stay outside because in a shack, it's one room shack where they are living in a very large numbers, maybe 6 of them in one room. So they feel that won't make any difference. So in a way, they're trying to blame the government that they don't have houses. I don't know.
I think people are a little bit ignorant in terms of this coronavirus is there. We can't blame government at the moment because this thing, this corona thing just came
We hear it, it's in China, but suddenly it just came in and it's in South Africa. So people were expecting the government to build houses or toilets so quick, which it's impossible that can happen.
Yeah.
So, but the main thing, South African people are very ignorant when it comes to the issue that is corona.
I know.
They think it's just a joke. They think like does not exist. That's a big problem in South Africa.
So what do people ask? What is it that they want? They ask about protection things. Where will we get this? Or I heard Dr. Mhlanga was saying earlier on that people are not being reached. It's not easy to reach them, to tell them exactly this and this and that. I don't know what we should do.
Where I am, I would say that health promotion took place. Everybody knows what is happening. In some other areas, when you go there to conduct awareness, but already the systems are in place. But there are those people who are not complying, who are not listening, they just want to do their own things, who feel that when they said stay at home, it's a punishment. And it's not a punishment, it's a reality.
Yeah.
It's a reality. But at the same time, I want to thank our government because we see the traffic cops, we see the police trying to control the situation. They don't listen, but when they are trying to say you cannot move from this area to that area. Yeah.
So,
if I may come in, Edim Khanga, in Mpumalanga, a province in South Africa that is bordering, it shares borders with Mozambique, Swaziland, KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng, Free State, Limpopo, and the Northwest. So it has those borders with people. But however, I would like to say that whilst government is doing the best it can now, the government has left undone the things that should have been basic. The issue about informal settlements, the crowding in the township, the lack of water, all those basic things are things that should have been done over the past 20 or so years ago.
yes.
However, we did not do that. So now when the message comes and says you must wash your hands for 20 seconds, people ask, what will I wash my hands with? Because there is no water. I don't even have water to drink.
Yes.
Let alone having water to wash their hands. So once the message goes out, unfortunately those messages have not been crafted to take into consideration the real living conditions of people on the ground. When you say there needs to be, you stay indoors, and you go to a informal settlement where they are sharing toilets outside, you have 20 or 30 families that are sharing a toilet. Now it is very difficult if people are waiting to get into the one toilet to maintain that 2-meter distance in between. Literacy is still very low in South Africa.
It is.
And therefore now however, we depend so much on the printed media and as well as the TV and radios. Now there are people who cannot read.
Yes.
But we have not put into place the strategies. For instance, using the loud hailers. We do use loud hailers when we call people to meetings. And we do use loud hailers when we are selling things on the street.
Yes.
I think that is an avenue that we should look at to say to people, maybe ask the soldiers themselves, because they are the ones who are outside, or the police, to then go around in the communities to say, we are here as your friends, not as enemies. Please stay indoors because there is this virus, and so on and so on. Some people will be hearing it for the first time. Yes, we do have people people who do not have ears. But I think that the mistake that we are continuing to make is to actually adapt, not even adapt, to take the messages that are relevant in the north, and then we just translate them and give them like that to the ordinary people on the ground.
Yes.
I'll give an example. The example, for instance, of say, taverns, not taverns, spaza shops, the little corner shop there
Yeah.
should not be open. People should go to the mall.
Oh my God.
Now you get to a mall, there are many people in the mall. And yet at the same time you have said people should not go to church
Yes.
because they are men. People should not go to funerals. And yet you go to the mall, you find that people are going to now to the mall to get the basic requirements for life. So those, suddenly you find that those two do not talk to each other.
No.
And then lastly, maybe to say, in the hospitals, unfortunately, either ignore the reality of the coronavirus because there are not enough protective equipment, or it is just impossible, for instance, in your maternity wards where people are even sharing beds and they are in labor.
Yes.
Now, how do you separate them? And the hospital is not big enough, doesn't have the space. That is on the one hand. Or on the other hand, you become panic-stricken, and then you refuse to go close to anyone, and you hear that there's a case of corona. We just had an incident the other day where the two doctors tested positive for corona, and suddenly the top management fled, and
Yes.
they were given 14 days off. And it called for the other people to actually say we are threatening to go on strike.
Yes.
For those top officials to come back to the facility yesterday. I'm not talking about when, yesterday. So it shows again that even when the message comes, it either evokes nonchalance or it evokes fear and panic.
Yeah.
And people then what go. So we still have a long way to go to try and make this a reality, and to say that we can actually conquer this if we act and observing just the basic things. But government also needs to say, how do we address the issue, for instance,
Yes.
of water and of crowding, even if it's temporary.
Yeah.
To then say, how do we separate people? But thanks very much. I spoke for too long.
Oh, but it was so educative, Dr. Mhlanga, and I really understand all what you said. And in other countries as well, they face the same problems, where people, so as you said, soldiers, sometimes they can go there. This time in areas like Spain and whatever, I was watching one video, the soldiers are literally beating people up on the street to make awareness. So it will be so difficult in our country, really, because of poverty, as you are saying. But at the end of the day, we still have to try, to try whatever we can.
Yes.
We see people improvising, showing on videos how to try to make a mask out of this and this, little things to show that we understand and we are also fighting. Because at the moment, really, even if we say government should build me a house, it's too late for now. We can sort that later because we have realized the impact of that.
I think I agree with you, Michomi, because presently to wait for bigger houses, infrastructure, is too late. We need to improvise. Whatever we have, like the way we used to live in the past, to say I don't have, but this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes.
People should listen when we talk. We know we're not able to reach all of them, but then the few that we're able to reach should be able to spread the message further.
Yeah.
And the little that they have, the little water that they have in their house, they should practice to wash their hands. They should practice to live in a clean place. When you get to the office, try to clean before you sit. I might not be a mask because we should not not everyone should wear a mask.
No.
But we do have scarves. Let's try to protect ourselves wherever we are. Try to listen. If they say social distancing, try to do that. But what we're seeing, it's not happening. People want to be so close to each other. You tell them, but they are not listening. I think that's my biggest concern.
They are
They say
even.
don't go there, but they go there.
There was something we saw here that people were making a party, big party, they say Corona party. You know, dancing and close to each other. And I wonder, even some professionals, I know I was a nurse as well, we are sometimes so reluctant with this, you know, but we do see people like, those police and soldiers, even the reporters, but they're not aware. They are talking just close to the person there.
This coronavirus has got a lot of conspiracy. People are talking different things about it. That's another thing that makes people don't believe this coronavirus. It's true because there's a lot of conspiracy about it, a lot of it. So the other thing, if I'm asked Dr. Mhlanga, what is it that we must do if this situation is here in terms of health to try to protect ourselves?
Yes.
Okay. Now, thank you very much. I think that the things that are being recommended, the distancing between people,
Yes.
the covering of the mouth when you cough into the elbow and things like that. Those are things that we should adopt. They go towards preventing, reducing the transmission of the virus. Now, I don't care whether this thing was deliberately made or whatever it is. The fact that it is here, okay.
Yes.
The theorists can talk about it. But the other thing is really to also, again, say how creative can we be? Unfortunately, some of the people who are in leadership positions say that unless, for instance, you've got a mask that is N95, you cannot use anything else. Now that is disempowering communities even more.
Yes.
It's just like the issue of, for instance, the sanitary pads. Now everyone thinks that sanitary pads, you must go and buy sanitary pads from a shop and so on. But our grandmothers and so on used to have menstruation before.
Yes.
And they used to use cloth, and they would wash that cloth and reuse it, and no one got ill.
Even myself, I
But
used
because we
that.
are driven by certain people who identify opportunities, then they start disempowering communities. But the making of a simple cloth, the burqa that for instance, Muslim women are wearing, all those things, the scarves that we have, we should be using all those things to help prevent the transmission from us to other people. Yes, it may not protect us from getting the infection, but at least if I have it, I will be able to prevent the spread. Because currently it is true, we cannot test everyone.
No.
Not even America is able to test everyone.
Yeah.
They are limited test kits, and they are very expensive. So I think that those are the things that we should do. Number two, let us again use this, the loudspeakers and so on, and go around the communities. And whilst enforcing, but also informing, because some of the people have not heard the message that they just told, stay indoors. The third one is now we have to come out to be creative. How do we provide temporary accommodation for people during this pandemic? Because indeed, if you've got 8 or 12 people in one room, there is no way you can separate. You can have a meter distance between any two people, and so that is actually an environment ripe for disaster. And this is what makes us very frightened about South Africa, is that we have all these many informal settlements where there's not even physically possible to space people in between. And that's where we really should be saying to people, if we do not prevent, do the basic things to prevent,
Yeah.
we will be dying like flies. It's just a matter of weeks. It's not even months away, but a matter of weeks before we see a full-blown pandemic rolling out in South Africa. So that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Mhlanga. So, just to cover up everything now, Mrs. Ngobeni.
Before you come to Dr. Elta,
Yes.
because there is something that is burning. There's a practice that is happening in the community where you find community members wearing gloves from morning to sunset.
Ooh.
Let's discourage this because you go to the shop, this person is wearing gloves, they are too dirty, touching everything, touching the food and everything. That thing should be discouraged. Washing your hands or hand sanitizing is the best instead of wearing those gloves.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Ngobeni. That is a very good, because at the end of the day, it's like, it's better to not wear the gloves if you cannot use them very well. Mr. Masinga?
No, I'm covered. I think Dr. Mhlanga said a lot of things. Some of the things that he said I was not aware of. So thank you very much. And thank you.
I think, Mr. Masinga, you had a question that is going around confusing people about the vaccination. Do you want to quickly ask?
Exactly.
Maybe.
There's a lot of things, as I've said, that there's a lot of conspiracy about this coronavirus, and then the other thing about the vaccine. Is it really going to help people, or what is it?
And others says we shouldn't take it. It's coming to finish us all. So, I don't know.
If I may come in, Mitchell.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, I know. No.
Yes.
Yes, what is
I
it?
think, from my side, I think it's too early to comment about the vaccine.
Yes.
Because to develop a vaccine may take 6 months or a year or even 2 years now. So we're talking about something that we haven't seen. Where I'm working, I'm dealing with vaccines when prevent people from getting illness. I'm talking of other diseases, not coronavirus. So for now, they're still developing. We don't know what we're talking about. So to say they must take it or not, is still yes, we're seeing those stories. We don't know what will happen. My advice would be, let's wait and see when it comes. Because when it comes, there'll be protocols, there'll be guidelines that we'll be knowing for when we comment or commenting on what. I'm not sure if Dr. Mhlanga has got another view.
No, I don't have a separate rule. I would say it a lot more stronger. I wouldn't even say let's wait. I would say to people, there is no vaccine against coronavirus.
Yes.
Full stop.
Yes.
So the only vaccine is stay apart, wash your hands, stay indoors as much as is possible.
Yeah.
And that is it. And when you are ill, then get to a facility so that if you are confirmed, you do not spread it. That is the message.
Doc, if I may ask again about this vaccine, okay, let me not say much about the vaccine. About when we checked the counting, they said so many people died, so many cases have been counted, and then there are people who recovered from it. How did they recover? Because there's no vaccine. Because a lot of people are asking. They said so much people recovered. How did they recover while there's no vaccine?
Okay. All right. Let me then come in then. The coronavirus is also a type of a flu. Now, coronavirus itself has been here for a long time. It's been everywhere. But there are various strains of the coronavirus. Now, this current one, this COVID-19, is a particular strain that is very vicious. So, like any flu, anything, there is the season for flu. So people will get flu. Some will become ill and be admitted, but others will just have 2-3 days. They have muscle pains, headache, some dizziness, and so on. and they will even get gastric flu where they have sometimes vomiting and diarrhea and so on. But after a few days, their own body, their immune system in their own body is able to overcome that, and then they recover on their own. So the body itself is fighting the virus. However, people who have got, for instance, diabetes, high blood pressure, or other conditions like HIV, their immune system is already down. So therefore, this virus will then knock them off. Okay? So that is why
People
some
recover.
are said to recover, and others do not recover. They need assistance and they're admitted into hospital because they've got pneumonia, and ultimately some of them die. Okay, but the majority, actually less than 5% of people end up dying.
Yeah.
If they've got good immunity. But if you've got impaired immunity, for instance, if you are now my age, you are 66 years old.
Age.
So on. Things that got moved. Away from the corona. Because it gets me, it trips me, and I fall, and then I die. Okay.
Yes.
So that's why the elderly and the very young, the pregnant women, and the people who are HIV
Vulnerable.
positive, and those who are on cancer treatment, those people are at
Vulnerable.
particular risk for them. And then lastly, about the vaccine. In a year's time, as Ms. Moveni is saying, that indeed the vaccine may take that long. But by the time the vaccine comes, I can promise you, the virus will have mutated. There'll be a new virus, a new strain of the coronavirus.
Of course.
Because the SARS that we had a few years ago, it was corona. It was corona type 2. Okay, that was then. But we called it SARS. Okay, severe acute respiratory syndrome. Okay, so now it's a different strain. Okay, and a few years time, when it sees that we have captured, we have defeated it this way, it will mutate and then comes in a different strain, and we will not have a vaccine for that as well. So that is so let's not pin our hopes on a vaccine. Let's pin our hopes on what we can do now. There is no vaccine. The only vaccine: stay home, stay distant, cover your mouth when you cough, wash your hands as frequently as possible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mhlanga. And then just to add again and to say thank you again and again, people shouldn't forget to...
Yes, well, I'm still here. I can hear you.
Are you still there? Yes. Yeah. To do steam inhalation, I did it yesterday. Pungula, if you are not feeling well, it was so helpful because of the heat. So, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, Dr. Mhlanga, Mrs. Ngoveni, and Melvin, for your input. I hope people will benefit. And people at home, please, please, please stay at home and follow all this. And let's not pointing fingers to, hey, I blame this one, the government. There is no time for that now. It's just time to act and protect ourselves. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this talk, please subscribe down there. And then let's share with people so that we can reach out as many people. Thank you so much and goodbye. Have a nice day.
Thank you.